It's Week 13 of the NFL, and we'll see Bijan Robinson. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Falcons and the Broncos on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, 3 months in the books. Happening on December. It's the best month of the NFL season as the games get more important as the weather gets cooler and colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
Here comes Marvin Mims. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
The thing that stuck out to me, Mike, was when we met with him this week, immediately, right at the start of the production meeting, was his ability to take ownership of last week's loss. He said, listen, if I don't make those 2 interceptions, we probably win that game. And when you go back and watch the tape, I love how hard he is on himself. He played pretty good ball. If he can eliminate those couple bad throws, a couple bad decisions, when he's good, he is as good as there is in the NFL.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have a Broncos first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to sprint him for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He's close to a first down. Gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Manning. On the left side by Sutton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Throwing now, Manning. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Broncos. Touchdown, number 9 for the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Boswell adds the extra point. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Boston College.
If there was one thing that was clear right off the jump from our meeting last week, Mike, it was the fact that he shouldered almost all of the blame for last week's loss on himself. Remember what he called his 2 interceptions? He said those are inexcusable. But when you go back and really study the tape, not everything was his fault. Protection at times, spotty. The separation downfield of some of his playmakers, very inconsistent. Truthfully, I didn't love all the play calls. They're going to have to be better as an entire offense for him to play better at the quarterback position.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here's a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here. They begin this drive 1st and 10. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now a 3rd and 2. They go play action with Manning. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. On the play fake, here's Manning. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the Falcons will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They're trying to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. Here's Manning. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, but he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice but to just get the ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
And he'll be but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Looking to throw is Manning. His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. They send Sutton in motion. A third down. They're trying to get it on the ground. Can't fault the effort. He got a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yards.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This is a 42-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Broncos will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. He has been sensational all year long. The NFL's leader in passing yards, he just recently went over the 4,000-yard mark for the year. London brought in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Atlanta. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. 10-7 is the score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. That's a 45-yard line.
Out of the gun. He'll throw. He'll look London jam. Get it. It's complete again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep his ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Go!
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. In trouble. Down he goes.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
Here's the punter now. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they got a fresh set of downs.
Hot over the middle by Thomas. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Manning. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And he's in. Touchdown, Denver.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. Great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Boswell adds the extra point. And the Broncos will get out in front, 17-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way up to the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. He's got this to Bijan Robinson.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handles. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll drop to throw. To the right. That's Pitts. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Atlanta. Take it in, back at his own 12. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Broncos offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Quick throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas. That's a nice pickup on the 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 31-yard line.
Back to throw is Manning. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Broncos.
They send the tight end in motion. He's going to air this one out. That is He's brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Boswell adds the extra point. Broncos up their lead. It's now 24-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Left side in the hands of London. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. That's complete. He's got it to London. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. A tick under 2 minutes until halftime. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On comes the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They go play action with Madden. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now Manning. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be stopped short of 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Here's 3rd and 2. Throwing now, Manning. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
1st down, Denver.
To the air is Manning. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Looking to throw is Manning. Catch made right side by Thomas. And And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. To throw, it's Manning. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the visiting Bears who come in and get the victory on the road. Caleb Williams leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati, Ohio to check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Sam Darnold, outstanding again as his guys up their record to 10-2 now on the year. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Falcons offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 31. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's Pitts. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
A shotgun snap, and they'll pivot to Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Robinson. And nothing on that one back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Back to throw. This one intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the play fake, here's Manning. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, The ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Here's Manning. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down, Broncos.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4. Manning. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Denver.
Let's go. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And
in trouble, and down he goes. Matthew Judah in there for the sack.
if there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll take it on in. Portland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Boswell now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Broncos will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Falcons 7.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. He's not going to get too far. Tackle after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 24-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Open receiver is Dotson.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard.
At the 47-yard line.
Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
The run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll come up to 3rd and 3. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Thrown left side. The catch is made. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9. And the drive continues. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Quick throw, taken in.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarter...
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown Atlanta. And a special moment as the rookie catches his first NFL touchdown.
And the more they can develop this young tight end, Mike, it just gives this quarterback additional weapons, and it's just going to make this offense even more difficult to stop.
Tight end, his first career NFL touchdown. Do you remember yours?
I'll tell you, I can recall like it was yesterday, Mike. We were up Sunday night, primetime game, Lambeau Field against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers, and the previous play, Brian Urlacher recovered a fumble probably around the 20, 25-yard line. Brian Greasy was our quarterback for Chicago, and the ensuing play threw it up to the left corner of the end zone, and Mike, guess who called the game? None other than the legendary John Madden.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes, on point with his receivers right throughout, and continuing to master running and executing this offense. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Now Manning. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
4-yard gain on the play.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
They send Sutton in motion. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They'll get him on the other side of midfield.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Maybe a couple there. It's brought down. with Manning. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. To the right, that's Pitts.
Breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now this looks like a design run. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Quickly to the outside and complete. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Left side in the hands of London. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Falcons first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. They're called in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. Teams practice these situations all week long, like down here in the tight red zone. You find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how...
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. up a 5. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Back to throw is Manning. He'll get this out to his running back. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. They'll take this down to about the 15. And now 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. To the ground, he'll get it again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. That his second touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the
throwing now, Madden. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. A safe kick taken at the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. This one is caught by Dotson. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
They'll look to throw. Pressure gets there. And down he goes. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. There's that man again, another catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
now, deep ball for London. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often like that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.